ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। Hari Om and salutations to all. Welcome to this Mahashivratri week and Shiva meditation that we are going to do in this whole week in the morning. So, what do we seek in life? If we analyze, at a simple level, we think each of us are seeking different things. Somebody is seeking some, admission in some university, somebody wants some job, somebody wants some promotion, somebody wants some money, prosperity, fame. Each one apparently is seeking different things. But if we go into the analysis, we understand that what we are truly seeking is nothing but happiness. And we want to be happy at all times, and we want to be free from pain, sorrow, difficulties. So Vedanta says that what we truly seek is Param Ananda. And what we don't want is the dukkha. So Atyantika Dukkha Nivritti and Paramananda Prapti, that is what we seek. In and through all the diverse pursuits that we have, we seek only that. And that happiness which we seek is not temporary actually. If temporary happiness was to make us happy, we have experienced temporary happiness so many times. But the very fact that it is temporary means it ends. And so again we seek through something else, through someone else, through some other situation. So the pursuit of happiness goes on, because the happiness that we are actually seeking is the happiness of the self, is the permanent happiness, and that is not available outside. That happiness which is actually our nature. And every time a desire arises, we become active, dynamic, we start seeking it in the world outside. We think by becoming something I will be happy, by eating something, by going somewhere. Our mind thinks in that way. Vedanta says that is not the real happiness that we are seeking. What we are seeking is our nature already. A desire that arises, it is only creating a disturbance, and then the mind goes out. This process to understand, we have to go through this whole cycle of having a desire, thinking about it, acting for it, getting the result, feeling the temporary excitement, joy, and then again craving for the next desire. One has to go through that whole process, and each one would have gone through many times. The whole analysis when we do, then we come to realize that yes, actually, even when a desire is fulfilled, it is my nature which is, when mind becomes quiet, I become happy. So that quiet mind is a happy mind. And that quiet mind is what we call as Shiva. Shiva is that Paramananda Swarup of ours, which we experience through a quiet mind, through a mind which is positive, through a mind which is pure. So when we say Shiva meditation, Shiva is that very happiness that we seek. Param Ananda is the nature of Shiva. Shiva is consciousness. Shiva is our Swarupa. This body, mind, intellect is only our tool. We are not this. But we have forgotten that we are Shiva and we think we are this. So Shiva Dhyana or Shiva meditation is to return to make the mind abide in Shiva through various aspects, through the form of Bhagavan, through the name of Bhagavan. When we learn to quieten the mind from outside, we turn and focus within. If somebody says, Swamiji, even desire to be, even the desire to be quiet or to be happy, that also is a desire only finally. The desire to even do spiritual sadhana is finally a desire only. No doubt it is a desire, but it is a desire which removes all other desires. Slowly, the person turns within and comes to realize, my Swarupa only is happiness. It is not a desire which will fuel other desires. The desire to do sadhana, the desire to have darshan of Bhagavan, or desire to become quiet is not a desire that will fuel many other desires and make the mind extrovert. So there's a difference. And so in these sessions now, what we are attempting is to connect to our true nature, is to quieten the mind using the name and form of Bhagavan. And these names and forms are not human created. That we have to remember. Otherwise, our mind thinks that this is all created by human beings and it is not real. It is only some support system. These are forms in which Bhagavan exists. These have been revealed in the Vedas. Bhagavan Shiva is a Vedic deity. And deity, I don't mean Devata. Is the form of Bhagavan is described in the Vedas. That's what we mean. And revealed to great rishis. So many Mahatmas have had darshan of Bhagavan's form. And the name of Bhagavan extremely powerful. So with that Shraddha we have to do this. And those who have done these sadhanas, they have grown in their devotion, they have grown in their Shraddha for Bhagavan, they have also had darshan of Bhagavan. So as our Puja Gurudev would say, that faith is to believe in what you don't see. The result of it is you will see what you believed in. So faith is to believe what you don't see. At the moment we don't apparently see the form of Bhagavan. But when we have Shraddha, that Shastra has said it, Mahatmas have experienced it, people have done enough sadhanas, have had darshan of the form, and through Bhagavan's grace have come to realize their Swarup as Paramanand, then we walk the path. The result of it is we will see what we believed in. We will experience that truth. So, Shiva meditation. Shiva is Paramananda, consciousness. The word Shiva also means auspicious, Kalyanakari. That which brings auspiciousness to everybody. Anything which is difficult, disturbing, any source of sorrow, Bhagavan's grace removes, gives us the strength to overcome. And Bhagavan is almost loving, kind, compassionate. Beautiful qualities are there of Bhagavan, which the scriptures describe, which we will see. So, Shiva means Kalyanakari. Remembering Bhagavan itself will bring auspiciousness in the mind, positivity in the mind, purity in the mind, all divine qualities we invoke. Shiva means exalted. Shiva means that which is Shreyas, the ultimate good for us. Shreyas is good, Nishreyas is ultimate good, which is moksha also, which is a state of freedom. Freedom from negativity, freedom from attachments, freedom from ignorance, freedom from bondage. So Shiva means to break free, Shiva means to be free. So when we think of Bhagavan, all these qualities It's not mechanically simply chanting Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. So many beautiful qualities are there. So suppose we say Om Namah Shivaya. Then when we are chanting that, then we take one meaning. So many meanings we discussed just now. We just take one meaning. Let us say Shiva means to be free. And I want to be free from negativity. I want to experience the state of freedom. So when one chants Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, one is bringing that bhav that my nature is freedom. Freedom from negativities. My nature is purity. My nature is to be loving and detached. All these are aspects of freedom. So that is how we will do every day. One part we will understand some things about Bhagwan Shiva, and one part we will actually do the process of turning within. So for today, Shiva, simple meaning, Shiva means that which is pure, which is positive. Two simple meanings. Shiva is pure and positive. In the Veda, there is a very nice line which comes, Tanme Mana Shiva Sankalpam Astu. May this mind of mine have auspicious, positive, pure resolve. Shiva Sankalpam. And Sankalpa, when our resolve is pure, then whatever we want to achieve, that resolve will help us to achieve. Because that mind which is pure, mind which is positive is a very strong mind. Mind which thinks negative, dull, which is weak, which keeps condemning itself, which keeps thinking I am no good, I am useless, I am this, I am that, where it is negative, that mind loses its power. So, Tanme Mana Shiva Sankalpamastu. So, Shiva means positive, Shiva means pure. Now, the word meditation, actually meditation is a noun. It is a state of awareness. But people use it even in the even as a verb. So one will say I am doing meditation. Technically one cannot do meditation. It is like saying I am doing waking. Right now we are in the waking state. We can't do waking. We can only be in the waking state. So when we say meditation, it is a state of awareness. It is a state of being aware of who I am truly. That is the deepest meaning of meditation. Dhyanam nama swarupasya sahajam bhanam uchyate. Dhyanam is to be aware effortlessly of one's own true nature. That my nature is Satyam Shivam Sundaram. My nature is pure consciousness. To be effortlessly aware, that state of awareness is called dhyan. Practice also one is using it. So in that practice we make the mind quiet to become aware of this state of consciousness. So that practice is to turn within. Some of you have been attending these sessions earlier, so you must be aware of the steps, but I am going to share once again. Many of them will be new. So basic simple steps are there of dhyan, of this. We are using, technically the word for practice is contemplation, nididhyasan. Dhyan is the avastha, the state to reach. The practice is contemplation. Like we use a car and we reach Pune. Pune is the destination. Car is a means in which I sit and go. Same way, dhyan is the state. So Shiva meditation means the state of Shiva, the state of auspiciousness. And the practice which leads us to that is nididhyasan or contemplation. But for simpler, people because they are very familiar with the word meditation as a practice. So sometimes that we will use meditation even in that sense as a practice. So what are the steps in this meditation? Now you just see here. Simple basic steps which will be there. this is a whole process of withdrawing from outside to the body, to the mind, to the breath, to the mind, to intellect, and go beyond. So that is the process, and Gurudev used to call it as freak-ing. So this is the process. 10 steps in contemplation. Preparation and posture, where we sit erect, we sit with the head, neck and the spine in one straight line, and keep the, if you're sitting on a chair also it's fine, you keep your foot on the ground, it should not be hanging, keep some asan or a cushion below. If you're sitting on the ground also, sit on an asan, head, neck and spine in one straight line. Energies travel up and down the spine, so keep as much as you can, don't strain too much for it. Come to a comfortable posture without any strain anywhere. Then we take up 3 auto suggestions. First auto suggestion is to decondition our mind. First auto suggestion is that I am steady and still, because body must be steady and still, otherwise the mind will not be able to focus. So we suggest to the mind and through that the body also that for the next 20 minutes or half an hour, whatever we meditate, I am steady and still without any movements, except breathing, no other movement. Second auto suggestion, I am alert, awake and quiet, because our mind doesn't understand when it becomes quiet, it goes to sleep. At other times it is going on chattering. So I am alert, awake and quiet. Second auto suggestion. Third, I am only a seeker or a devotee. For the next 20 minutes, I am only having that identity that I am a sadhak, I am a bhakta, and all other roles can wait. These 20 minutes are my time with Bhagwan, my time with my own true self. Everything else can wait. So we suggest to the mind that next 20 minutes remain in this bhav as a sadhak. Put aside all work to be done, anxieties, everything. Pick it up after 20 minutes. Third step, be in the moment. Be aware of what is happening around you. Fourth step is to relax the body consciously. Through simple deep breathing we will relax. So some of these steps we will combine. Relaxation and deep breathing. You combine and relax the whole body. Using the word Shiva itself we will relax. When we say Shi, take the deep breath in. When we say Va, exhale slowly. If your exhalation is longer than your inhalation, the relaxation will be better. So, relax the body, focus on the breath a little bit. Then we come to invoke. In the space between the 2 eyebrows, invoke the form of your Guru, your Ishtadevata. If you have a Guru, very good. Invoke the form of the Guru, bow down, seek the blessings of the Guru. Then invoke the form of Ishtadevata. If you don't have a Guru, you have a form in mind of any who is your Ishtadevata, invoke that form. If you don't have even that, no problem. Visualize Bhagwan through light. Whatever suits you, invoke. Then we chant a mantra to make the mind quiet. So today the mantra will be Om Namah Shivaya. We will do a short session today, Om Namah Shivaya. Then we meditate on the meaning of that mantra. Finally, just be a witness and experience the silence. So these are 10 simple steps, and this is a systematic process of turning within. At each step there is one support system, and that support system becomes subtler and subtler. So that is what it is, and there will be one form of Bhagwan Shiva that again I will share here. If you feel the mind wanders, open the eyes, see the form and do the practice. If you feel the mind has become quieter now, again you can close the eyes and visualize the form. So for today, this is what we will do. This is the form of Bhagavan Shiva. You are welcome to use any other form also if you like. In these sessions, we are using just this form, simple.